Greetings, friends. I am Obsidian. A few hours ago, DaFuq Boom released the full season of 23. This entire season was action-packed and full of deaths and some crazy returns. We also got some extra scenes that were very insane, and it's what we will be looking at today. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to me so you don't miss future videos on my analysis and theories, and give my video a like to help me. Let us begin. As mentioned, the full season of 23 came out not too long ago, but today we will talk about the new scenes that DaFuq put in, which were incredible. The first new scene comes as episode 69 part 1 ends, and it would coincide with just before the start of episode 70 part 1. Our POV cameraman can see the upgraded UFO Astro toilet patrolling the area, while another cameraman hides behind a rock to spy on him. The POV cameraman goes closer as he hears the Astro toilet speaking in the SKIBIDI language. But before we go on, I must say that this UFO Astro toilet has actually appeared in the previous season in the background of episode 68, as Titan TV Man's body is killing one of the G-Man clones. We can see it in the bottom left. We can just about make out its red cannon, and now that was confirmed to be him, because he showed up again just an episode and a half later. Anyway, since he's talking in SKIBIDI language, we begin to wonder if he's just talking to himself until we look to our right and see the Astro toilet in episode 70 part 1 appear with the Astro toilet traveling sound cue. It seems like the Astro toilet can communicate from afar too, which is interesting. And as the UFO Astro toilet is talking, his face is glowing red, so I get the impression that he is using his eyes to scan something, or he is using X-ray vision, and I'll talk about that a little more towards the end of this secret scene. Anyway, upon seeing the Detainer Astro toilet, he is a lot bigger than the UFO Astro toilet. This also confirms that these two are the same Astros from episode 60 when they tried to kill the G-Man clone, but their attempts were thwarted by the scientist SKIBIDI toilet. Now with the scientist gone, could the Detainer Astro toilet we saw at the end of episode 71 be going after G-Man to finish the job and kill him for real? Or is he going after the container that was in the possession of two helicopter SKIBIDI toilets? We also notice that the Detainer Astro's eyes are more red now. Both of these Astro toilets had red eyes before, but now they're more apparent. As we all know, red-eyed toilets are more crazy than the others. We saw this with regards to the Titan scientist robot in episode 67 part 1 and 2, and with the toilet in episode 51, where Titan cameraman had to flush him in order to get rid of him because he was so persistent against his attacks. These SKIBIDIs are a lot more powerful than the regular, which leads me to believe that the Astro toilets alone are now more powerful than most of those red-eyed toilets combined, since their red eyes are more concentrated and they look more apparent. Both the Astros begin talking to each other in the SKIBIDI language until the Detainer Astro toilet rushes off at an alarming speed, while smiling, and right after this he goes to face the Titans in episode 70 and threaten them. As he does this, he leaves the UFO Astro toilet by himself, but he then flies off in another direction. The POV cameraman looks at the other hidden cameraman when the cameraman we are looking at gets distracted, and we look the same way. We are met with the UFO Astro toilet who has found both the cameramen hiding, which I assume he found with his possible X-ray vision that I mentioned earlier. During this scene, his cannon begins to fire up before he shoots the Alliance technology or the surrounding area to be able to get closer to the cameramen, or his aim is just off and he needs to lock in. But before he kills the cameraman, we see his bright red eyes up close, but I don't think we were prepared for him shooting lasers out of his eyes to end both the cameramen. This is an incredibly new technology that we've seen from the Astro toilets. Could it be that the reason they were in this area to begin with was because they were stealing the laser eye formula from the regular SKIBIDIs? This doesn't seem far-fetched, since they have likely studied the laser E's and now the Detainer toilet can use laser eyes at any time. What is strange though is that during episode 70 part 1, why did he not use his laser E's against the Titans? Maybe only the UFO Astro toilet has laser eyes, because he has a red string-like effect going around his spinning coil, and that may mean that his laser eyes and his weapons are more powerful and concentrated than that of the SKIBIDI toilets, especially since the UFO Astro toilet's laser eyes is red, just like Homelander's laser eyes from the TV series The Boys. His laser eyes are more powerful, and he can concentrate his laser vision ability, so I believe that this Astro toilet can do the same, and I believe that helmet he has on helps him concentrate his overall energy. Regardless, This makes the Astro Toilets a much bigger threat, and the secret agent was right in saying that in episode 70. Anyway, what do you think of these, friends? Write your answers and theories in the comments. The second new scene takes place after episode 70 part 3. In this scene, we begin with seeing the remains of Plunger Cameraman, and also my beloved brother Dark Speakerman, and as painful it is to see this again, I am sure my brother will be resting in peace well. We are also in the POV of Lucky Cameraman. Just before the secret agent's speech in episode 70 part 3, we saw Lucky Cameraman wandering around but then disappeared. Here we see how injured Plunger Cameraman is from our POV, and we begin to look around at the devastation until the secret agent appears on screen and begins to talk to him, just as G-Man from the Half-Life game series would talk to Gordon Freeman, who is the protagonist. We hear him say, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." This scene is a lot different to the Zeus leak we were shown last night when DaFuq was screen sharing in Discord and posting a Zeus leak. I think I prefer that to this scene since I enjoyed the Susi happenings. Suddenly, a flash happens on the screen, and Lucky Cameraman is back outside the room where he was killed. But was he truly killed? I believe he is still alive. Perhaps the agent could have made it look like he had died as a way of bringing him over to work for him on the other side, but it seems Lucky Cameraman wasn't happy about this. The agent says, "Get back and stick to the plan," and then ends with, "I'm sure you can convince them." What does the agent mean by this? Why does he want the Alliance to believe that Lucky Cameraman is dead? Perhaps he has plans for him that could involve, like I said, working for him on the other side, but when the Lucky Cameraman gets back on the floor, other Alliance members come in, and a Speakerman looks straight at him as he looks over. The Speakerman does his familiar move and holds his hand out just as it was portrayed similarly in episodes 24, 61, 63, 66, and 70 part 2, and in turn, Lucky Cameraman grabs it, ending the scene there. I wonder why Lucky Cameraman doesn't wish to stick to the plan that the secret agent had planned. Could it be that the deal the agent has for him is worse, and he wants no part of it? It is an interesting scene indeed, and one that could be quite the twist in the tale to come. Maybe if there is a traitor, it isn't necessarily against the Alliance, but the traitor could turn out to be Lucky Cameraman going against the secret agent. I guess only time will tell. Our third new scene happens at the end of episode 71, just after the detainer Astro Toilet flies off. We are in another POV cameraman's perspective. I'm guessing that this POV is that of a cameraman that was not on this battlefield and that some time has passed, maybe 5 minutes. So, he begins to look around at the devastation caused by the SKIBIDI toilets until he stops and we see the 3 Titans. The POV looks up to see Titan Cameraman crush one of the SKIBIDIs, and then he looks in the same direction that G-Man and the other toilets, as well as the detainer Astro Toilet fled off in and flies in that direction. The same as Titan Speakerman, while Titan TV, Man disappears from scene in a cloud of black and utters the words, "I will hurt this motherfucker," with the scene ending. Listen to it yourself. Could it be that the Titans are now about to go after G-Man and end him, after ending the scientist? The possibility of G-Man coming face to face with all 3 Titans could happen in the next episode, but they get interrupted by the detainer Astro Toilet, maybe even with the UFO Astro Toilet. And it could mean that the Titans and G-Man have to maybe team up, or just try to fend off these creatures to survive against them. If you have some theories about what could happen in episode 72, let me know in the comments so that I can read your wonderful ideas. Before I forget, I have a Discord. You are welcome to come join and be a part of my community, and also see leaks being posted when I get them. Discord link will be in the description. Thank you for watching, friends, and until next time.